Welcome to the April's edition of Starseed Energy Update. Every month we bring you fresh channeled messages from various galactic star races aimed directly at you, dear Starseed. And this month we have two special guests, races that we never brought to Starseed Energy Update before, which are...
We've got Alpha Centauri, but first up we've got Blue Avians. And the first time we channeled Alpha Centauri was within the Quantum Club, our flagship membership program, a few weeks ago. And I connected to those for the first time. Their frequency is magnificent. So it's an honor and a pleasure to connect to them today to bring you a fantastic channeled message.
The theme for this month's Starseed Energy Update is about balancing the masculine and feminine frequencies. And for those of you who don't know, there are various races who embody more of feminine and more of masculine. So for example, Lyran feline frequency is very feminine in its essence, same with Lemurian. Whereas for example, Alpha Centauri as well as Atlanteans, they embody the healed masculine. Whereas Blue Avians have this magnificent ability to hold both frequencies simultaneously. So today we're going to channel Blue Avians and Alpha Centauris, and the first part will be dedicated to balancing feminine and masculine in this beautiful divine union transmission. Later on, we're gonna move to Alpha Centauri, which will show us how to embody healed masculine, whether you are a man or a woman.
We bring you these updates every single month, so don't forget to subscribe, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and we really hope you enjoy this month's update.
So first, we are going to hear a message from Blue Avians. I'm just tuning in. And I feel the theme of this message is around balancing heart and head. What they're pressing onto me is that we need to start thinking in terms of separation and start embodying unity. Separation is an intrinsic feature of living in your density. However, you're about to make this evolutionary step right now. You are moving to higher dimensions of consciousness. And part of this move is being able to see all perspectives without judgment. Part of it is being able to see through the lenses of your heart and not just through your head. And even more so, being able to integrate these two lenses into one. We have made that move eons ago. In fact, we have transcended way more than just the three-dimensional limitations. We reside much higher than 5D. But for you, this is the first step, and it starts by recognizing the power and intelligence of your heart beyond just the power and intelligence of your brain. You have been conditioned to believe that intelligence comes from your brain, from your head. We are here to remind you that losing your head actually doesn't mean that you're gonna be less intelligent. We're here to remind you that letting go of the grip of the conscious mind actually will help you on your evolutionary path. And you may want to know, how do you do this? It starts by recognizing the balance and importance of navigating your reality and navigating the multiverse by means of not just your head alone. By bringing the heart intelligence, the heart connection up into its rightful place. So start right now by taking deep breaths through your heart and maybe putting even your hand on your heart to feel the resonance of this higher dimensional consciousness that already resides right in the center of your physical body. It's there. It always has been. Do not let anybody believe that it's any lesser of her intelligence. This intelligence is also intelligence that comes with courage, with power of conviction, with power to know exactly what to do and take the right steps. And this is where you need to go right now. This is where you need to stay right now. Not in your analytical mind, because that analytical mind does not possess courage. Your heart has not just got intelligence, but it also has courage. It's the most magnificent instrument that everybody has access to. So as a starseed, you may be seeking higher dimensions. You may be seeking outer space, races like ours. Don't forget that actually all the dimensions already live deep inside your heart. Tune into it and use it as an instrument of consciousness. And that's the end of the message.
That's beautiful. Wow. Thank you so much to the Blue Avians. I could certainly feel the frequency in that, and I was opened up and tuned into the energy of it, and you could just totally feel the balance in there between the masculine and the feminine, and that's it was such a beautiful message. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you so much to yourself for channeling that, and thank you also to the Blue Avians.
I feel like there is also that frequency was obviously in the message, but I feel there's also a little sample of their frequency that I want everybody to feel, and I'll do it as a parcel of Blue Avian light language. And it's again balancing head and heart, masculine and feminine. That's a bit of a sample of the frequency designed at balancing your heart and your head.
It's almost like harmonics. I can kind of feel it just washing through my field and washing through my body. It's beautiful, beautiful blend.
And as always, you know, we got the theme of what it's gonna be like, but it's never exactly.
You never know what's gonna come through. You never know what's gonna come through. You know, it's like if your consciousness or your pineal gland, all of ours is like this. It's just like a wireless receiver tuning into a radio station. You never quite know ahead of time unless they give you the playlist of kind of what's going to come through. You just have to channel it, right? So that's kind of how it is.
So let's see what the Alpha Centauri have for us.
Amazing, amazing. This episode is brought to you by the Quantum Club. The Quantum Club is a membership program designed to help you develop your spiritual abilities, such as connecting to your galactic soul family as guides, speaking light languages, channeling, transmitting and receiving light technology. Every week we hold live sessions and work with you energetically on a deeper level to unlock your divine intuitive gifts, to connect deeper than ever before with your higher self and galactic light beings. To find out more, head to bit.ly/Galactic Club. That's bit.ly/Galactic Club. See you there. So that was amazing by the Blue Avians, but here we go with Alpha Centauri, and I'm just tuning in to them. And they're here with us today, very strong masculine frequency, but there's this word I'm looking for, there's almost like a divine order to this masculine frequency that I'm feeling. It's very, very strong, similar to Atlantean. And I feel what's coming through here is a message that they are reminding everybody that's watching this to tune into their divine masculine. Everybody has this divine masculine frequency within them. It's just a case of having it as a blended masculine with the feminine. Alpha Centauri are all about masculine frequency. They have a drive to kind of, they work with matter quite a lot, reside in the third dimension, but they've got this drive to get things done. And it's what they see that there's an imbalance here on Earth, and they see that they want to press upon all of us to never lose sight of the masculine, that the masculine, the divine masculine, can be a beautiful thing. And it is absolutely necessary. They see that on our planet that too many of us are sitting within our feminine, that there is an imbalance and a distortion at the same time. You have an imbalance where people are sat in the feminine, and the masculine has been distorted where it's labeled toxic. What needs to happen is that the feminine and the masculine need to come together, and that people, especially females, especially men, need to be comfortable sitting in this masculine frequency once again. Almost feels like there's been an energetic shift within our species across to a rejection of the masculine and a move towards the feminine, where it's all about feeling into things, moving slowly. But there is a balance as such, and what is needed as we ascend as a species, and what they're showing me is that there is a need for more empowerment. There is a need for more of a drive. There is a need for more of an embodiment of the masculine frequency, so that we're able to drive through this transition period. We're able to drive through this ascension gateway and mass awakening event as we transition into this new Earth and fifth dimensional consciousness. Fifth dimensional consciousness will embody both the masculine and the feminine frequency. And as much as we've become extremely familiar with the feminine over the last few years, we now need to start to bring the masculine, but the divine masculine, back into balance. There needs to be a balance, there needs to be harmony within your planet. There is an absolute lack of balance at the moment, and it is a crucial point in your trajectory. There is a crucial point in your evolution. You are at the moment where the old falls away. Astrologically, you see this represented, but you start to see the old falling away and the new begin to be born. You need to get your houses in order from a frequency perspective before you fully make this transition to this ascension. We are operating on a higher level of consciousness, and we say this not to judge. We say this not to boast or to sort of explain our situation in a way that makes us feel good. It is just simply demonstrating the point. We are very much balanced, but within our masculine. We are aware of our feminine, but we consider that our masculine frequency is more productive. We can get more done. We have more of a drive, and we actually prefer this. If we chose to sit in our feminine, then it would change the essence of who we are, and we appreciate our feminine. However, we have elected to sit within our masculine, but it is a harmonious masculine. It is not a toxic masculine. It is not an overbearing masculine. It is a protective masculine. It is a loving masculine. It is a masculine which allows us to get out there and to develop and to strive and to further our species. And so we're not suggesting for a second that when you move forward into fifth dimensional consciousness that you then move to become more in your masculine. We would suggest, however, that balance is prudent, and that's what you should be aiming for. If you chose to embody one frequency over another as you move forward, but that would be something that you could choose to do. However, when you are going through such a transition from third to fifth dimensional consciousness, don't underestimate the significance and the magnitude of what your species is about to go through on your planet. You've never lived through anything like this, and you need to be aligned and you need to be prepared. And so, just as the masculine needs the feminine needs the masculine. There is a codependency of frequencies on both sides in a healthy magnitude, of abundance of feminine and masculine. It is necessary that both coexist. Just as there is darkness on your planet, there is light. Just as there, as above, as below. You have the divine feminine of your planet, you also have the divine masculine of the cosmos. It is up to you how you foster these frequencies. It is up to you how you blend these together. However, for the nature of what you're about to go through, it is important that you identify the fulcrum or the balancing point of these two frequencies and that you adopt this, at least for this transition. We see that there is an imbalance on your planet. It is intentionally so. This has kind of been pressed upon you. You've moved from the patriarchy, where the feminine was diminished, where the feminine was squashed. And what has happened is, as you've moved into the age of Aquarius, into this balance, and the feminine has come into the fore, it's almost represented to us like a pendulum which is swinging. It's swung from an inverted masculine, and now there's almost an overbearance of feminine frequency, where there is perhaps too much of it. We would suggest that this pendulum needs to come to settle in the middle, and we need an acceptance of the masculine from the feminine side, and we need an acceptance of the feminine from the masculine side, if you were to achieve this fulcrum point of frequency. And it's so just, it is just a gentle reminder in a masculine way. It is a gentle reminder from us to accept both sides of your duality, to accept both sides of your frequency, that both the masculine and the feminine, and develop that neutral point and to develop that fulcrum as you transition into this new Earth. We congratulate your species on the point of evolution that you were at. You are, as many of you are aware, eons ago, your species was at this point now, but spectacularly failed. We say this with love, we say this with respect, but it is documented and written about. Your trials and tribulations are documented in our history books. We find you fascinating. You have been great to observe, but we totally respect where you're at, and we wish you nothing but success. We send you love from the other side of the galaxy. We are, in effect, neighbors from kind of time-space perspective, and we send you love to your beautiful, beautiful planet. We admire it greatly, and we wish you well. We're always here should you ever want to connect, and I'm sure that at some point in the future, perhaps our races will collaborate and perhaps work together. We're not so different after all, but we send you love today and thank you for connecting.
Beautiful.
Okay, wow. Wow. Okay.
It was a gentle reminder from the masculine.
Gentle masculine reminder there. Thank you, Alpha Centauri. Wow, that was amazing.
So that's it. This is this month's April Starseed Energy update. If you haven't subscribed yet, please tune in. There will be lots more transmissions coming forward. Also, if you don't know, we've got the Architects of Destiny podcast, which you may be listening through to this, and the podcast format is changing. We've been invited by our galactic friends to actually bring more of their frequency. So rather than human guests, we will have actually galactic guests. So stay tuned, because we will have some beautiful, beautiful galactic invitations that we're sending out.
Isn't it like season 2? I'm
Yes.
moving into season 2 now of Architects of Destiny, so super excited to be bringing the Galactics. So wait and check them out when they're announced.
This is just the first time I'm activating new light language. We've got Alpha Centauri Energy here. We're recording a Starseed Energy update, and I've never come across this frequency, but the language started flowing, so I'm just recording it here. I would have thought it's something indigenous, and so I didn't know better.
Feel that coming through my chest when he was doing that.
I think I'm just starting, so it obviously will evolve. But
I know. But maybe you can share this with the Quantum Club. I said that you'd showcase it first in the Quantum Club. I could feel that. That's awesome.
So
I've never heard that before. It's a first.
Neither have I. It's weird to speak. Hang on, let me just do a bit more. Similar to Arcturian, to dragons, but
Sounds
nothing
like
like
a bit of Atlantean in there as well.
Yeah,
It's that kind of
frequency.
Arak bush, like
But
yeah.
Okay, so to be continued.
To be continued, but I hope you enjoyed the showcase.